Ciao Lugano. Here we are with Lyudmyla Kozlovska. I know it's impossible. That's a beautiful start. As always, blocked in me, especially with surname. But I'm truly excited because I really admire you and I have some questions for you. And I love to spend a block with you. It's only around 5 questions. And the first one is personal. Other 3 are about Lugano, your project. And the last one is out of context.
Sounds very good.
And it tends to pass very fast, actually, this block. So I want to start because I have so many questions. And so you're involved in so many projects. It's impossible to list all the things you are doing, you have done. You're the president of Open Dialogue Foundation. But, oh my God, so many campaigns and so many focuses. So my first question is, and I am thinking about somebody who wants to do a career like yours, how do you choose to focus on one campaigns over the others? Because there are so many emergencies, right? It could be really overwhelming.
It's a very good question because you have to be strategic in very small resources normally organizations have. As every company, every organization, especially non-governmental organization, you have very limited resources. And you have only one life, you have only one team, you have only one occasion. But at the same time, you see what's happening and what is the key for you, for your family, and also for society in general where you operate. And human rights is something what we saw and experienced as a family, the violation of human rights. It's very important for us personally to understand that somebody can come at some moment and replace it, be this person for others when you need to provide help. And right now we live in digital world, so one of the key priority for us is human rights, and without privacy you don't have human rights. And we analyzed trends, the way how authoritarian regimes undermine our Western civilization. It's not just violation of human rights of one person or one organization, one company. It's undermining Western civilization. When you understand this, then you see the fight. You have to concentrate. And living in a digital world where we function in social media, where if your website is not accessible, your business is going to be destroyed, where if you travel, your data is collected and can be easily weaponized, although it's legally collected according to the law. This is very important. It's not just hunting for data through social media where they extracted you, right? It's a legal way to collect your data, and then somebody who knows how procedure work can easily weaponize it. And when you experience it, and this is unfortunately what I experienced, some people who might defend it experience, you understand the power of these abuses. And this is where you go into focus, because when you have this specific knowledge and you can improve it, you know instruments, this is what you have to do, because everybody has their specialty. And Bitcoiners create Bitcoin tools for payment, right? Developers for messaging communication give us ability to privately speak. And those who allow us to search online with privacy also allow us to learn information, share information in private way. But if you lose all of this in digital world, where is your privacy? Where is your human rights? And it's very important to know for people who say, I don't care, I publish everything, especially for young people. We have a lot of interns as Open Dialogue Foundation from different countries. And first time when they come, I said, I don't even understand the point. I'm interested in defense of privacy just because I think it's right. But I don't understand the point why actually I have to fight for it that much as you with such a passion that it's like almost end of the world. Like why we have to write people at 6 o'clock after their day work, right? Or in the morning, or like whatever you land somewhere, you write your message, you're like, we have to send this email, we have to do this campaign. What's going on? Can you explain? I said, look, today you're just a student. Tomorrow you're gonna be successful entrepreneur. And your business is gonna be competitive to, for example, one businessman from authoritarian state. And the state supports this businessman. They know how to weaponize legal tools. And you're gonna be a target. And everything what you did in digital world, since your childhood, when you started with your parents to publish photos, till nowadays, this is what's going to be weaponized against you, against your family members, people you love, people you work with. You don't want it. You want it to be protected. And usually they say, yes, it's hard to imagine what's going to be with me in future, but this sounds right. So this is how we build also our human capacity, because it's impossible to work just one person. All campaign is just not me only. Okay, I'm initiating, I'm selecting campaigns, but I'm leading them. But we have to have people who will
Absolutely.
help to implement. Without network of people and those who dedicate 100 of their percent of their time, you cannot be successful in professional. It's just impossible.
Yeah, this is why I want to ask you a kind of weird question, but how is your typical day? Because you travel a lot, you talk a lot, you have different focuses. Is there an average day for somebody focuses on campaign, human rights, non-profit project, or you just like? I think you are very like projected in the future, so there should be a strategy. I am in mind a person who wants to be just like a new Lyudmyla.
So first of all, basis, it's health. You cannot lead anything if you're not able to keep and maintain your body with this kind of pressure. Just for the past week, I traveled in, I don't know how many kilometers, but US, at least 3 states, and at least 3 countries in Europe. It's changing of time zone. It's huge pressure because when you fly, of course, I'm not flying business class. I would love to, but it's not the case. So not yet. I will get back to this once again, as I used to. But it's extreme pressure. It's extreme pressure. Even if you travel business class, it's huge pressure for your body because change of the temperature, air, pressure, everything is just exhausting. But you still, I'm really dedicated for what I'm doing. I know how it's important, and it's the most important. I see results, and I see so many people who wants to help, who wants to be part of this process. This is what gives me a huge also motivation. So number one strategy, if you're doing something like this, you have to maintain your health. It means that your morning routine is number one priority. If you cannot maintain yourself, you cannot help others. This is absolutely basis. It means you have to take care about your food, about your habits, what you do once you wake up, how you do sports routine, and then how you immediately join to your work routine, and where you are responsible, how you follow up, how you basically all of our life is about follow up. If you do follow up, you're successful. This is what I always advise to our interns and team or who is working with us. You can have beautiful meetings, but if you haven't follow up after the meetings, it means it's useless.
Yeah.
Persons forget about you, they meet somebody else, you lost opportunities. And this is works with every campaign. So even if we see the last moment information, which is unique quite often, that some members of parliament or some of our source are saying us, look guys, right now is this negotiation. We're losing our position. We need your support as our constituency, as somebody who protect privacy, human rights, like activate people, activate Europeans, activate people from different regions. So we have this support, we have legitimacy to say, no, we disagree with this, for example, with chat control, or for example, with search identification, which is right now happening and what's unfortunately pushing European Commission. And it's not like all politicians are extremely bad and they want us only bad things. Majority don't understand. They don't have actually this expertise. So it's so important that experts speak up and defend right now privacy. Because we hear every day that both politicians, journalists, even infrastructure, medical infrastructure, energy infrastructure, water infrastructure attacked by cyber I don't know how to formulate, because I think it's governments of other countries that stand by. It's not hackers. It's, I would say, defense from or offensive teams from other states. They undermine our, again, Western civilization, our security. And our politicians are quite desperate. They don't know how to respond to it because unfortunately, what I observe, authoritarian regimes weigh more as a criminals, one step ahead of police. And if you really want to be effective, you have to communicate with society. You have to bring best minds who will help you understand how to respond for it. And Europe is so blessed on this. Really, we have one of the best privacy technology experts, but their voice not heard. partially because they also say we don't want to cooperate with politicians, partially because politicians sometimes don't know even how to connect with them and are ignorant. So this is something what we don't want to be allowed, and we want to be this bridge. As a human rights organization, we were able to release hundreds of political prisoners. We were able to conduct one of the most sophisticated reforms, for example, to propose remedies against weaponization of Red Notice of Interpol. It's when police organizations, the biggest organization in the world, allowed to be used to arrest people, deprive them the right to have a bank account. And you cannot at that time get any support even from lawyers, because lawyers were trying to get answer from Interpol for 6 years. So you can be arrested for 6 years, have deprived completely all your rights in Western countries by authoritarian regime, by all, politically motivated accusation. You would have even refugee status, for example, or you have recognition from the government that's purely political, but you will sit in prison because this is what it is. There is no remedies. And we were able to conduct this reform and actually provide these remedies. We did huge mobilization of victims and also activists and politicians and experts. And this is how we came to conclusion that this has to be improved, and we forced it. And actually, the same has to be done with defense of privacy. The same has to be done with defense of travel and communication and financial data, which is our behavioral data. It's everything where we travel, how we live life, with whom we talk, how we read, everything online. It's our access. Freedom access for internet, it is the key. How you gonna transact? How you gonna speak? How you gonna think independently if every your access, you know that you put ID to search something on internet, to use any application on internet. You will think twice. It's almost China style, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think it's just like we should add to our routines also the routine to take care of our privacy. Yesterday during the talk, you told us, and really stuck on my mind, you brush your teeth every day.
Exactly.
And you have to take care of your privacy every single day. But also on Cyphertank, my favorite quote from you, privacy is not a given. You have to defend it every day. It's something that we take for granted. But especially in places in Europe, I didn't think about it, but you were telling yesterday during the talk at Academia, at our community in Lugano, that in US there are plenty of associations defending
Yes.
privacy, while here we are just like very isolated. So Lugano, in this sense, taking care of the project of the Lugano Plan B Foundation, really caring for privacy is very rare. I didn't
Unfortunately,
realize it.
it's very rare, unfortunately. I think it's also because it's different culture and incentives for this kind of work, because in Europe, you almost don't have incentive for tax exemption for charities. Or it's very complicated. It's only in certain countries. For example, you have a lot of donors in Germany, because up to 60% they can actually tax deduct. You have also the same situation in Switzerland, but you don't have it, for example, in Sweden and Denmark. Just even donating 100 euros will be so much paperwork that you hate it. And this is a problem. This is a huge problem, because in US, you also have ability to, you have culture of donation. You have ability to tax deduct, and they donating for education, sport, charities. This is what boosts civil society. In this situation, you have a lot of actors who support different causes. You don't have it the same in Europe. You have a lot of grants from the governments, but then you self-censor yourself. It's the same like ID for internet, right? You kind of have resources, but how are you going to criticize the government who is giving you money? I know a lot of my colleagues, and they were always kind of envy and angry at the same time, as saying, Lyudmyla, you managed to have fund, like most of your funding coming from private people, from entrepreneurs, or you did it in the past, because I used to be donor until I was crushed completely by 3 countries and have to completely recover myself. And with Bitcoin, this is very important. That's why I'm so motivated to defend it. And so I'm motivated to, I would not be able to overcome all of this prosecution if I don't have privacy of communication and privacy of payment. Just period. Nothing will be possible. I would not sit here. And when you understand that this is your priority, it's so easy to select this priority, because you cannot help anybody if you will not have basis. If you, how are you going to live?
Right.
So privacy, it's even air. It's your ability, it's your air, water, it's your basis, how you're going to operate in this world. And we're not going to change it. We go into this even more and more with AI, with more concentration of our data, feeling, thoughts. We talk to AI, right? And it's so dangerous to outsource our intelligence to our feelings to something which you have no control, which knows about you everything, and you have no clue how it's going to weaponize against you. So I remember I was talking 2 or 3 years ago with Bitcoiners, can we have decentralized AI? And now finally, a lot of people, and at the time actually I got from Peter Todd response, no, it's impossible. It's impossible. I'm so happy he was wrong. I hope he's not going to be angry on me, but I see now so many people developing different solutions how you can maintain your data on hardware and actually be more aware how to use technology as a privilege, as a supportive tool, but still maintain your data. This is something what we have to learn a lot.
We are in Lugano, we have a Prime AI. They are like self-hosted AI, working on that full time. So it's working already. So check it out. There are plenty of tools. I mean, it's very easy and comfortable in a way to get rid of our privacy, just like for the majority of people make us feel more secure in a way. It's crazy that we changed our mind with this mindset, which is the opposite of the reality. But the tools are improving. There are better tools, easier than in the past to use. So it's very important for us here in Lugano to focus on making people use the tools and learn how to use the tools, because in the end, this is really important. And if you are guided, it's getting definitely easier. So
I think a lot of people actually agreeing to give up their privacy because it's a delegation of your responsibility. So when you delegate your responsibility to somebody else, you feel like free. It's not my anymore responsibility. It's not me who did this mistake. So it's so easy to excuse yourself, right? And then you can blame somebody. So it's psychologically easier. But I'm not sure that we live in a time where we have this luxury to say it's not my responsibility, because what will happen next with you and who is going to be responsible? We see that governments also hacked. We see that financial institutions leaking the data. They cannot actually effectively defend our financial rights and privacy of our transactions. So something wrong here, deeply wrong. An assumption that everybody who has money, everybody who wants to have privacy, they by default have something to hide, is also very wrong. Because it's justified to assume that everybody who wants privacy, they by default criminals. Without any court decision, without due process, without any investigation, they just do assumption, which is very, very dangerous, that everybody who wants privacy, everybody who defends privacy, everybody who invent privacy, invest in it, using it, they are criminals. It's something deeply, deeply wrong with attitude and I would say basis of our regulation we live in. And we can change it only through the way how we can communicate with those whom we elect. We still have this privilege comparing to authoritarian states.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is something what I'm trying to bring on the table, discussing all the time, encouraging people, use your rights until it's too late. Because at some point, if you just ignore it, if you too much transfer your responsibility without accountability, then it's the end of the story. You can invent the best possible tool. You can do the best possible code. But if you have ignoring laws and allow these laws to ban you, you build in monument, you don't build defense. This is what I was trying to explain a lot of Bitcoiners, a lot of privacy communication builders. Sometimes I feel they understand me, sometimes not. But I'm very happy that at least in case of privacy communication, we have this quite big support. It's still not yet, if we speak about privacy of payment and digital ID. It's a huge problem. A lot of people think it's too far away. It's not yet here. And that's why we need to have more this kind of conversation, more support, because time is just running out. And every day something new pop up. and you have to follow up, just the same like you brushing your teeth, right?
I love this image because it's something that you keep repeating, you do it often, and just part of your routines, a part of your life. And so, if everybody would like taking care of the privacy like that, it would be definitely easier. It would be something strange for weird.
It will become a coffee. You love coffee. You love privacy. If nobody force you. Then from brushing your teeth, you move to I love coffee, right? And will be this amazing smell, Italian.
The idea of a coffee was so great that we stopped a little bit for getting a coffee. But a funny part is that actually the last question, the out of context question, was about food. Because I have this memory, and you had the same memory too. Actually, yesterday I learned that during the Cypher Tank recordings, we were together having breaks and having this amazing panettone.
It was crimes against humanity. It was so good. Oh my God, it was with chocolate. I
have
still
to
remember
start.
this taste.
Start a campaign against the panettone.
You know why against? It just has to be
because it was
smaller.
too good. It was 3 kilos of a panettone. You have to imagine an horizontal panettone. I've never seen an horizontal panettone before, with chocolate inside, really good, and out of season because it was October.
Yes.
And probably
that's why it was so good.
It was so good. And actually, me and Lyudmyla, probably we had half of that by ourselves. And so I have memory because you have to imagine Cypher Tank recordings, very active people running all the time. But that moment, I was just there eating this beautiful panettone.
It was almost meditation.
Yeah, exactly. And my question is, are you more a sweet or salty person, actually?
I'm a more healthy person. I eat a lot of fruits, I eat a lot of vegetables, I eat meat, everything. So I sometimes eat sweets, but I have exceptional. This was just the case.
I love this. And that's what was really, really good. And so if you have to pick one sweet?
One sweet. Strawberries.
Yeah, so you're in the right place here, actually. So we can get beautiful chocolate in Lugano for sure. It's very easy to get. Actually, too easy. Another campaign against too much, too good chocolate in Lugano. Come on, it's a very tough life here. We are very lucky. But also, I loved yesterday that you told that Lugano is a rare place where privacy is being taken care. So we are proud as people from the Lugano community, from the
You have community. This is the best. This is the
Yes.
most important because you can have a place, a wonderful place, but if there is no community, people who are actually fighting for it, developing it, supporting it,
Yes.
not just by talking, proof of work, right?
Yes.
This is the most important.
Yeah, we are very proud of our community and the fact that yesterday they asked you so many questions. I was so proud. We are growing together with this community and we are keep building this. And now there is the Plan B Foundation also funding your project and the Cypher Tank. I'm so proud of everything. But unfortunately, another block, probably 2 but. Don't tell anybody, it was a special interview with Lyudmyla, has passed, so it's time to say goodbye. But I hope you're going to stay in Lugano a little bit more so we can chat. And
I'm always happy to come back here. So once you invite me, I'm immediately coming.
and invite you to follow her on social because you can be updated with all the things going on and support, not only following, but also, with real
action,
support.
proof of
Yeah.
work.
Proof of
You
work.
say you deliver, guys, you know?
And also educating your community and people around you, it's very important. So thank you very much, Lyudmyla, for this blog.
Thank you so much, Mir.
And thank you guys.
Thank you guys for listening to us.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.